Privilege. Privilege didn't cross my mind until lately. I haven't thought much about it until today as well. I always believe that as long as I work hard, I'll get what I want. At least that's what I believe in. But this pandemic has made me think deeper about the lucky ones. Those who were born from wealthy family, from a certain race, or born in a certain country. Everything plays its own role, I guess. Since then, unconsciously, every time I meet someone new, I always observe further what kind of privilege she or he has. He seems wealthy. He doesn't think about earning money. He doesn't even need to worry where to work or which school to go to. I envy them, of course, but I'm conflicted myself. Because if I compare myself to others less fortunate than me, which in this case not many people, I still feel like I have certain privilege. I don't have that many privileges as I mentioned above, but I'm lucky enough to be born in a country without war or lack of water, to be able to finish school without much worry, although it was also full of struggles. Maybe because I'm learning to be grateful that it's hard for me to judge those who are more privileged. But why would I want to judge them? I'm sure they never asked to be born in a wealthy family or in a certain race, right? What's their fault? In many cases, I see people who are more privileged don't want to acknowledge those privileges in the first place, calling it hard work and dedication, discrediting those less fortunate who works hard day and night, right? I think it's good to acknowledge that you have those privileges but not hiding it or exploit it out of boundary. But we're living in a complex society. What's the boundary here? If I was born super wealthy and I go to top school abroad since I was kid, would you call me stepping out of my boundary? After all, it's my right to choose where I want to get my education. Very tricky, isn't it? But I grow hating privileges just because I see many people who are more fortunate than me try to hide it or not acknowledge it. But they might not aware of it just because they've been living in their own little village and never step outside to see those who are trapped in poverty.